Welcome to Sent, Schedule Mailout and Mailout Queue tutorial. Now that you've loaded your contacts, either created or selected the template that you'd like to use for your email campaign, it's now time for you to schedule a mailout. Once logged into your Sent account, select Schedule Mailout from the navigation bar. At this particular time, you need to select which template you'd like to use for your email campaign. We're going to use Sent, the one that we created in the previous tutorial. Select the template and it will load automatically. In this particular template, because we added the fields in the previous tutorial, they automatically populated. In the event that you do not see these form fields in your particular template and you would like to custom tailor your template to include a name and an email address, simply select the icon next to the spell check, insert first name, insert last name, and insert email address. Now, in the upper left hand corner, we want to select the mail list that you'd like to use. Select the drop down. We're going to use test 4. Now we need to modify the display name. We're going to go with Sent by BizHaven. I'll modify the email address, info@bizhaven, and of course the subject line, which is very important. Then we have to select the day in which the email is supposed to go out. We're going to schedule ours for today. So today's the 29th, and all emails should be sent or scheduled 5 minutes before the actual time. So for instance, it's 9:55 right now. In order for it to go today, it needs to be sent at least by 10 o'clock. So what we're going to do is change the time to 10 o'clock p.m. Now what we'll do is make any modifications to the content, change colors, whatever you want to do to modify it. At this point, we'll either preview, schedule, or cancel. Let's go ahead and take a look. Select preview, and this is what the actual email should look like once it's scheduled to be sent out. Looks good. We'll close it, and what we'll do now is schedule the mail out. We select schedule, and it will now show up in the mail out queue. You'll notice it's scheduled to go out at 10 o'clock on the 29th, and we'll just wait for 10 o'clock and it will schedule to send out the email. Now at any point in time you want to change the date or change the time, simply log back in, select mail out queue, and select edit from the mail out queue, and you can actually change the time or the day in which this particular email is supposed to go out. Select mail out queue and you're back to the list. At 10 o'clock an email will go out with all the contacts that you selected in that list, and it should show up in your inbox looking exactly as it did in the preview. And that concludes our mail out queue tutorial. Welcome to Sent, Archived in Reports tutorial. Now that you've sent your email, it's natural you'd like to know the results of that email. After you've logged into your Sent account, simply select the Archived in Reports button. This will show you a list of all the emails that you've sent out. On this particular page, you'll see a brief overview of those particular email statistics of specific lists that went out. Here we sent 2 out on the 29th. Both were test 4. You'll see the date, the to line, the subject line, the deliverable rate, the undeliverable rate, as well as the open and click percentage rates. For the top line, you'll notice that there were 4 emails sent. None were undeliverable. 3 actually were opened, and because we didn't have any links within the email, there was nothing to be clicked, so nothing will be reported on. For a more in-depth analysis of the information of your email campaign, simply select the more details. Here, this page will give you a summary of that particular email report. Everything from how many recipients, the deliverable, hard bounces, soft bounces, the open rate, open not recorded rate, and the click rate. As you'll see, there's an explanation of what each of these elements actually means. So for instance, the deliver rate, this is the number of messages that have been successfully delivered to the mail server and have not been returned. it is still possible for some messages to be returned. Over here is a correlating graphic of deliverable hard bounces in the number of emails, a quick snapshot. Additionally, for instance, under the open, this is the number of messages whose recipients have opened the message. You can select the See Open report to see of the list who actually opened it. These are all the email names that actually opened the email. To get back to the list, simply select the Archive Reports, and it will take you back to the list, and you can click on more details and get more information in reference to the clicked report. But because we didn't have a link within our email, it won't show you which ones were clicked. Let's select the Archive Reports button again, and for any of the emails you sent out, it will actually also show you an archive of that particular email that actually went out. So if you select View Archive for this particular email that went out, it'll show you what it looked like. And that concludes our tutorial on archiving reports.